Hello and welcome to Tyrannis Gaming. Today we'll be taking a look at Limbo. We will be utilizing 20 times Corrupted Lancers. It will be Steel Path, the AI will be paused so I can explain what's going on, and the enemy level will be 145. Let's begin by discussing Limbo's passive. You simply need to dodge to enter and exit the rift, which leaves behind a small rift portal lasting 5 seconds. Energy slowly recharges in the rift, and each enemy killed in here also gives you 10 energy. This is what it looks like. You simply need to double tap the sprint button to dodge. And as you can see, Limbo gets so excited that he ends up and tails for the Borderlands. Limbo's number 1 ability is known as Banish. Cast a wave of rift energy that damages hostiles while pushing enemies and allies out of Limbo's current plane of existence. This is what that looks like. As you can see, you can pretty much push them into another dimension, and if you want to haunt them like Freddy Krueger, you simply need to enter the rift with them. And as you can see, you can suddenly damage them again. However, the reason why I mention that you can damage them again is because this is what happens when you shoot enemies that are not in the same plane of existence. However, if you proceed to whisper in their ears, you can simply drive them mad, as if you're anime Satan, or a certain man stuck in a wall. Limbo's number 2 ability is known as Stasis. It freezes rift-bound enemies in place. While active, enemy projectiles are arrested in midair, resuming their trajectory when stasis ends. This is what that looks like. First, we'll cast our number 1 ability, and then we'll activate our number 2. As you can see, they're frozen in place, but we can't actually do anything until we enter the rift plane with them like Freddy Krueger. And now that they're frozen, we can get those sweet headshots. However, if you're prone to outbursts of rage due to excessive noises from abilities, I would not advise using Limbo, as it pretty much explodes noises in your ear every half a second. Limbo's number 3 ability is known as Rift Surge. Surges nearby rift-bound enemies with rift energy. When killed, the rift surge is transferred to a nearby enemy outside the rift. Surged enemies that leave the rift perform a radial banish. This is what that looks like. As you can tell, it's invalid target, and this is because we need to utilize our number 1 ability again. If we activate our number 3 now, the enemies will glow a purplish blue. If we cast and hold our number 1 ability, they will explode and spread the banish. If we cast our number 3 ability again, and then hold down number 1, you'll notice it will continuously spread. And if we cast our number 3 ability again, and then hold down number 1, I think you get the point. Limbo's number 4 ability is known as Cataclysm. A violent blast of void energy tears open a pocket of rift plane which can sustain itself for a short period before collapsing in another lethal blast. This is what that looks like. As you can see, over the course of its duration, it'll actually get smaller, and if you're not within it, you are prone to being shot by everything that's outside of it. If we hold down the number 4 button, we can detonate it prematurely. As you can see, it did catastrophic amounts of damage, instantly killing everything around us. However, due to the nature of it having blast damage, it does literally nothing, as we're all aware that explosions do not actually do AoE, but they simply blind the enemies like a flashbang grenade. Just don't hold a flashbang grenade, or you're going to learn exactly what AoE is and what FAFO means. Now let me explain how to get the most out of Limbo's abilities for those of you that can't do any damage. You simply need to engage in what we call CC. It means crowd control. First, we're going to use our number 2. Oh wait. What was that? What did you ask me? Tyrannis, why is it that every time I use Limbo's abilities that I get killed instantly? Well, my dear young Excalibur friend, it's because you're playing Limbo wrong. Let me simulate what an attack on these people would be and how to best get by them. Let's imagine for a moment, if you will, that these Grineer are shooting at us. First, we double tap our dodge button to put ourselves in the Borderlands mode. And then we simply need to walk up to the enemy because they cannot hurt us. And then we engage our number 2, 4, and 3 combination, and then proceed to kill everything in sight. Now that is how you would technically utilize Limbo's abilities if you had my incredibly overpowered Brayton here. However, for those of you used to my videos, you may be screaming at the screen right now, "But Tyrannis, I want to see you do this with the practical exam, and not when the enemies are standing around staring, and they're not shooting back." Yes, that is my imitation of you, imitating me, imitating you. My voice acting would be better, but I spent the last 2 weeks in the hospital after peeling Saren off of Limbo, after she discovered why his daughter stopped coming over to play with her Kubro. Now for those of you that paid attention during class, we're going to demonstrate one possible way to play Limbo. As you can see, by utilizing his Riftwalker ability as well as certain combinations of abilities, we can pretty much nullify half the forces or completely nullify all damage in the area. But, you know what they say, crowd control is for noobs. Feel free to do big numbers. I hope you all learned something new today, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.